America's Cup är en av världens mest prestigefyllda och anrika tävlingar alla kategorier. Där de bästa och mest meriterade seglarna ställs mot varandra i extrema flygande katamaraner som kommer upp i hastigheter på över 50 knop. Och nu gör Artemis Racing Sveriges största idrottssatsning någonsin med målet att lägga beslag på historiens äldsta idrottspokal, The Old Mug.
We use hydraulics on the boat to perform many of the functions on the wing, rudder, and dagger boards. The power for those functions are delivered to us from the sailors who manually turn hydraulic pumps.
As long as the systems guys build us some good systems, we're happy to put the effort in.
On average, the boat probably needs about 600 to 800 watts of power, and that's generated by 4 sailors turning pumps. In terms of relating that, that's kind of the size of a microwave or a hairdryer in everyday life. Those are kind of in the same power range. So we take a lot for granted what we plug into the wall. The humans, they're just not all that powerful, even though they look strong and big.
Can't grind enough, so it's almost impossible at the moment. We can't be good enough, and the better we get, the more power we can produce, and then the more they'll use. So it's a catch-22 situation.
The power that the sailors can produce is limited, so we have to be really efficient in how we use that power. And a lot of our engineering and analysis goes into kind of balancing the functions and their importance and prioritizing that energy that's available to us.
Well, at the minute, so you'll see us just grinding the handles non-stop, and you won't directly see anything happening on the boat. So it is confusing for viewers who aren't up to date with these sort of boats.
It's a constant analysis and assessment of how we perform the functions on the boat, whether it's hydraulic or whether it's more traditional, a rope and pulley system. Because of the weight of hydraulic, we have to pick those functions very wisely. I mean, there's really kind of 3 things that we focus on, and it's weight, efficiency, and power.
To simplify it, you've got the front guys that will be charging the accumulators, we call them, so it's just charging energy to then be used in maneuvers. And then the back pedestal will be connected to the wing sheet, and that just moves the whole wing in and out, so trims the sail. So we work closely with the trimmer, the wing trimmer, and he would just keeps the boat flying flat.
Well, I'm a pilot, so that's kind of my background, and it's natural that the surfaces you control are controlled similar to how surfaces are controlled on an aircraft, and that's primarily hydraulics. So we're borrowing a ton of technology from aviation and aerospace and bringing that into the boats, and I don't see that stopping on the path we're on right now.
Det är nästan lite meditativt att vara ute och paddla. Kroppen är som sagt var väldigt van vid att paddla för mig, så att jag behöver inte tänka så mycket på vad jag gör, utan jag kan låta tankarna fundera på vad jag ska göra sen, vad jag har gjort. Och det är nästan lite som när man löser ett problem när man sover. Ibland så vaknar man på morgonen och har en lösning, och lite så är det när jag paddlar. Och det är även ett sätt jag blir på bättre humör av att paddla, helt klart. Jag har ju varit i landslaget i 14 år, så det är annorlunda nu när jag paddlar. Men det är också skönt på det sättet att där är jag ju expert. Så det är en skön balans mot att inte vara en expert på segelbåten. Så har jag ett område här på Bermuda där jag har full kontroll fortfarande. Paddlingen är ju som klippt och skuren för grindingarbetet. Det är ju en väldigt direkt link mellan paddelrörelsen och grindingrörelsen som passar perfekt för mig.
My name is Walker Potts. I'm with Team Artemis. I do safety diving and rescue medevac. We basically try to mitigate the risk that the sailors face and everybody else on the team faces with the advance in the boats, with the boats moving faster, with the technology being such that the construction of the boats is more fragile. We do our best to mitigate the chances of someone being hurt. So we stand by to anticipate an accident before it happens, and then we are prepared to go in the water or jump onto the platform with our safety equipment and our medical expertise to extract someone from a disaster or an accident and get them to either urgent medical care or the hospital as quickly as possible. Our objective is to never be more than about 25 meters away from the boat. We're always on the bow of the boat, observing what's happening. We've got them in our ears so we can hear what's happening on the boat, and we can observe the tempo. It lets us feel what they're feeling and hear what they're doing, and as well as observing very close so we can understand when an accident might potentially happen. And then hopefully our objective is to be on top of them within a few seconds, and we hope to have any casualties or injuries addressed and have the victim out of the water within a minute and a half.
Walker Potts vet hur viktig säkerheten är och hur snabbt ett liv kan förändras. Mellan åren 2003 och 2008 tjänstgjorde han i den amerikanska marinkåren i Irak och Afghanistan. Han har förlorat många vänner och sett andra bli invalidiserade för livet. Och 2008 skadades han själv svårt under ett rutinuppdrag i Afghanistan.
We were pulling out of a sniper observation position, and we drove over what my driver saw as an explosive, or saw something in the road, which turned out to be a large explosive. So I was in the top of the vehicle on the heavy machine gun up top, and the explosion hit from the right side of the vehicle and ejected me from the vehicle, and was injured in the process. To be honest, I remember it happening, but I don't remember much else. I remember waking up and had a brain injury and had some other injuries to my back and knee and shoulder and some burns and things. But you wake up and you recover from it, and you're happy, or I was happy, I was lucky, fortunate to have all of my arms and legs and to still be functional and still be able to partake in everything else I like to do in life. So you thank your lucky stars and appreciate that you're still here and able to do what you love to do.
Idag bor Walker Potts på Bermuda med resten av laget. Minnena från tiden i marinkåren finns kvar, men också lärdomarna om vikten av att samarbeta som ett lag, oavsett om det är i det militära eller i ett idrottslag.
It was interesting. It was both good, bad, and everything in between. Some of the best times of my life and some of the worst times of my life. But it's trying, it's challenging. You work just like this. You work with a team of people that you hope you can trust, people who you rely on a daily basis. You spend anywhere between 15 and 24 hours a day with the same group of guys, and you learn to live, work, eat, sleep together. So in this, a lot of the same ways, the intensity, the tempo, the camaraderie is there, the same way it is on a sailing team. Sorry, I came into the light. That probably wasn't the best move. Okay.